Hey everybody, Doug8798 here. This is my salute of what I surprisingly consider to be one of the best animes and mangas I've ever read and seen, and that is Soul Eater. Man, I first heard about Soul Eater in 2011, late 2011. A friend of mine told me about this series and recommended I watch this series. I looked up an opening of this series and I didn't like what I saw. I didn't like the character designs. So I chose to put it off for a while, but it did look like something I would watch in the future, just not right away. Then of course, finally when it came to Adult Swim's Toonami, I finally got to see this show and talk about going into a show with low expectations. I went into this show expecting to hate it, and I came out loving this series. Soul Eater, for the short time it was here, was awesome. I've recently read 10 chapters of the manga, and so far loved what I've read. I love this show I love this series for its combination of horror, action, and comedy. Mostly the action and the comedy. It's more action packed and comedic than it is scary. But this right here is one of the best series I've seen. And I thought this series was gonna suck. I went in expecting to hate this series. The series, of course, is about three teams, of course, hunting souls. The first team, of course, is Maka and her partner who can transform into a weapon named Soul Eater Evans, and then of course there's the Shinobi Black Star, a loudmouth, a hyper overactive, cocky, arrogant loudmouth, Naruto type character, and his sidekick, of course. Yeah, they're partners. Their partners, of course, can turn into weapons. To hunt the souls. His partner Sabaki, who can turn into various forms of weapons like shuriken, ninja weapons like shuriken and smoke bombs. Then, of course, you got Death the Kid, and I keep forgetting the three women in his pack. But each of these women can turn into weapons, and you got Death the Kid, who is like the most obsessive, the most dramatic and obsessive character in the show. He will cry over about anything, which makes the show very funny. Black Star is also pretty damn hilarious with his cockiness and arrogance and stupidity. And of course Tsubaki, the serious, kind, easygoing person, acts as the straight woman or straight person to his idiocy, which is also funny. Then of course you got Soul Eater Evans, who is like, in the anime he is disinterested, laid back, and obsessed with hunting souls. In the manga, he's much more scarier in the manga, Soul Eater Evans. And then of course you got Maka, who is the most serious and most rational and dedicated character in the show, who of course has a strained relationship with her father because her father constantly flirts with women, causing her father and mother to divorce, and she wants to train Soul Eater Evans to become more powerful than her father. That's what I read on Wikipedia. The story, while entertaining, is a little bit hard to follow because I'm not really paying attention to it as much, but it is good. And like I said, it's just surprisingly is one of the best series ever. A series that I thought I was gonna hate, I came out liking and loving. Man, this series is awesome. Of course I'm still reading the Soul Eater manga, but there's another one called Soul Eater Not. I gotta check that out. All right, Doug8798 out.